Welcome to Chasing North, a podcast for purpose-driven professionals, entrepreneurs, and changemakers who know that real success isn't just about status, it's about alignment. I'm your host, Kristen Mack, business leader, lifelong learner, and someone who believes that the most powerful journeys are often the most personal. Here, we dive into real conversations with real people, exploring personal growth, leadership, conscious business, and the deeper motivations behind impactful success. Let's get curious together, because every path holds power and your worth is not up for debate. Hi again, and welcome to Chasing North. I am just over the moon, sparkle, sunshine, unicorns, rainbows, and all the things, because today I am interviewing my business partner and friend, Tiffannie Hobgood. Tiffannie, welcome to Chasing North.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, Tiffannie, we have known each other. We were trying to figure this out the other day through the Arizona State Escrow Association,
Yes.
which is a membership organization. Well, what is the Arizona State Escrow Association?
It is it's a membership organization for the escrow industry and its affiliates, and it's where we come together and collaborate and connect and educate each other in the industry.
Yeah.
And it's been a great place where I've met some amazing friends in this industry for many years, and it's definitely near and dear to my heart.
Yeah. And so you have served in every leadership role possible within the organization, not only locally, but nationally with
Yes.
the American Escrow Association.
I have.
Past president, all the things, all the chairs, done the stuff. And I am so grateful for your involvement, and I know the escrow community here is because you represent us so well. And getting to meet with FinCEN and do all these things, which anybody that's not in our industry doesn't even know what I'm talking about right now, but like you're making an impact and it's important. So just thank you for doing that. I wanted to make sure to say that.
Thank you.
Was there something in your life where you've been drawn to leadership, to serving, to doing that kind of stuff? Was there a moment? Has it always been there? Do you know?
I don't know if I really know what it was, other than I've always been drawn to knowledge. It's always been ingrained in me to want to learn. And that was a really big part of the Escrow Association for me, and that's where I was able to gain a lot of knowledge in my career. And I wanted to share that knowledge with other people.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I think things kind of went a little bit for me in that role. But being able to share and help grow and other people was really vital and important to me. So that might be where it stemmed from.
And that's always been something that's been throughout your life? Or
Yeah, even when
was there a moment where you're like, ooh, this is going to be different now?
So I can say there's probably a moment. If I look back, kind of maybe a part of me that changed a little bit, where I think I needed to be better, if that helps.
Okay.
Where I might have pivoted. You might be asking this question later, so I might be stealing a question.
No, you can steal away, girl.
But I thought about this a lot over the past year. I've really had to untrain a lot of things in my life. And there was a point where I realized that I probably wasn't the best version of me. And I probably wasn't instilling that in others as well. And so I needed to take a step back and help those be the best version of themselves that they could be. And that made me have to stop and retrain my own brain, right?
Yeah.
And it was kind of sad for me for a second, because I thought I was doing great. I thought I was really doing all the best that I could be, and for all those around me. Because, we're rocking it, we're doing our thing, they're doing great, they're excelling. But for the moment, I was sad, because I was sad for me, for having to go through some of those hard things, working for difficult people. And now I was the difficult person they were working for.
Right.
And I needed to fix that.
Yeah. So success in the blink of an eye, the definition of success changed for you. Success before that was, we're doing a lot of deals, we're making a lot of money, we're performing very well financially.
Yeah.
And we've got more deals than we know what to do with, so we're busy, busy, busy. And then it was, no, that's not what success means to me anymore.
Right.
And so do you remember like that moment? Was it a slow transition?
There was a moment. It was a moment when one of my employees came to me and she just wasn't really happy, and that made me kind of really sad, because I want everyone to be happy. I want them to enjoy what they're doing, and I really want to for them to be fulfilled. And so I had to take a step back and really refine what I was doing, because that was not who I am, or nor what I wanted to be. And the moment I knew it was working was when she came to me and she said, "Tiff, I don't know what you're doing, but you're happier and I'm happy."
That's awesome.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so great.
And so you didn't realize you were miserable.
No, I had no idea.
They were noticing that you weren't that anymore.
Right.
And did you, looking back, were you miserable?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was really just doing the motions, doing what I had to do every day. And outside, people wouldn't know that.
I didn't.
No, outside you would think I was the happiest person, sparkles, rainbows, butterflies, unicorns, all the things. But when I was in that environment, I was just doing the work. And I wasn't bringing that part of me into the everyday. And I needed to do that. Yeah. I needed to be my true self and allowed to be that. And I was, over the years, taught not to do that, to not bring that part of me in. But that's what I needed to be, so that I could be who I am and allow everyone else to be who they are.
And isn't that interesting? You bring up a really good point. So in our professional careers, I think I can't speak for men because I'm not a man and I don't know what they're told in their careers by their mentors. But I know for me, with especially other women throughout my career, I was in corporate America at a very young age, at 18. And it was a very much well, you show up here like this, but you can do that when you're not there, right? Like, don't be who you really are. You don't do that. Like, this is how you behave. And so I continued to show up, and that totally fit my narrative. And we'll get to Sonar in a minute, but it totally fit my narrative. I was constantly showing up as I thought everybody else wanted me to show up. And so it sounds like that was kind of what you were experiencing as well. And what was that like once you felt that you were in alignment, or were you not in alignment yet?
I don't think I was fully in alignment yet. I think I was still learning to allow myself to be that person who I am in those spaces. But it felt so good. I felt happy. I felt like weight was lifted to just be able to go in, be yourself, be happy, be joyful, have joy breaks during the day, do your little dance, do a little thing, bring uplifting light into the day, which, you think you're not supposed to do that. That's just too much. You're too much. It really felt great. Yeah. And then to see everyone else kind of start to come out of their shells and be themselves and do all the things. And then it just became fun. Yeah. It became fun to be at work, right? Yeah. And that's when I knew things really were. But it probably took about, I want to say it's only been about the last 2 years that I've really felt like I'm in it. I really am.
What changed?
I got a personal coach, which, that was one of the biggest things, I think. And she's phenomenal for me. Yeah. She really pulled a lot of pieces out of me. I had a lot of unresolved things I needed to go through, a lot of hurt in my life. But she was the big changer part of me.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff you don't realize you've crammed down that's deep inside that you really need to work through.
And let it go, get it out.
Let it go, let it go, let it go, release it. Because you hold on to that stuff and you don't realize it, but it really does kind of hold you back from who you're trying to be.
And the only person you're hurting is you.
100%.
Whoever did those things or whatever the things were, like, they don't care. They're not thinking about you.
They are certainly not. And
I know.
You're just holding on to stuff you don't need to be holding on to. So I think the personal coach was a big thing for me. And I was able to really just kind of sit in myself and do that. And of course, I've started doing, meditation. Meditation has been so wonderful for me in my life. I've just been able to really breathe and kind of look at where I want to be and what's life, and just kind of take that in. I sleep better than I've ever slept before. I had terrible insomnia since my late 20s. And I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right? And that's really awesome to say.
Yeah. And so with the personal coach, what was it? Was it someone that you knew referred you? Did you say, this is something I want to do, I'm going to start looking for someone? Was it just the universe gave you signs and directed? Like, how did you get to the point where you're like, I want to do this, or I need to do this for me? It
was a combination of several things. She was someone who I had met through Snapchat, of all things. Through a good friend of mine, Chelsea Pites. And
you can mention your coach's name too, not just.
Okay, Leslie Gustafson. She's an amazing woman. I love her dearly, Leslie. I met her through Chelsea Pites years ago when Snapchat first came out, and I followed her for years on social media. Loved her stuff, and I was just at a pivotal moment. I had just been diagnosed with a heart condition, and I felt a little kind of taken back. My father had passed away a couple of years before, and I just really was in a hard place. And she came up on my social media out of nowhere doing this Christmas Grinch-a-thon, and I'm like, and I love a good game. If you know me, you know I love a good game.
And a good costume.
Any
reason to dress up.
Sign me up. I love a good game. I love a good costume. And this was fun. And it was awesome. And I did the Grinch-a-thon, and I won some money from doing the contest with her. And this was going to give me a good start to do something with her.
What is a Grinch-a-thon? I have no idea what that is.
Well, it was a little contest where we were searching through her social medias to find little Grinches.
Oh, fun.
Through her social media. And basically, if you found enough of Grinches, she was going to then have a little live Facebook group party, and then she was drawing for different prizes, which was so fun. And I do love a good party. So so we did have that, and I won some cash to go towards some coaching sessions. And so I had a conversation with my husband, explained to him the whole reason why I thought this was put before me at a perfect time where I needed it. And he was like, honey, I'm all for it for you. Go for it. If you think this is what you need, I support you 100%. And that's everything to me, to have a support on that.
Right.
So I did that.
Because it's not cheap.
It's not cheap. I mean,
but it's worth it to invest in yourself if you can afford it. Don't go into debt. But
no, 100%.
I mean, it's totally worth it if you can afford it to invest in yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Year later, I'm looking at, I want to continue doing that. It was an amazing part of my life. And I said to my husband, I just want you to know I intend to. And he goes, 100%.
Yeah.
He says, I don't know what Leslie is doing, but the past year you have been, and I might get emotional, so happy. This is amazing for you. I support you 100%. Continue doing what you're doing. And I'm like, first of all, I'm sorry I haven't, but thank you for your support.
He didn't say
it wasn't amazing.
He just said he loves that you're happy
He
now.
did.
He didn't say.
He's seen a change.
Right?
He's seen how happy, how that this is definitely, because I would sit on Saturday and Leslie doesn't do homework. She does heart work.
Okay.
Which I love. And he's like, he's like, yeah. So I go on the weekend. I'm like, I got to go do my heart work, honey. And he's like, so he would love that. And, you know, he's seen the adjustments, the positivity. But really, I think that's the big pivotal change. I was already doing a lot of my own work. There's only so much work you can do yourself.
Yeah, you need a guide.
Before you really need someone to be like, you need the extra push.
Yeah.
You need the extra uplift. You need the extra things. And she's done that for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because
Yeah.
we don't have the tools.
Right.
And the, you know, other people that have done more of this work or exploration study, whatever, they have the tools. And
Yeah.
and we've got similar kind of, what's interesting is that we have kind of discovered a lot of these things in our journey around the same time. And we've taken very different paths, but it's been amazing to watch as someone that is outside, that has known you for as long as I have, that, I mean, you really have stepped into, you are in alignment. You are like, this is me, and I'm going to shout it from, you're so comfortable and just happy, joyful. And it's you were always that before in my eye, in my mind. Like, you've always been positive, you've always been encouraging, you've always been someone that has done that. But now it's different, right? To really see that transformation has been very, very cool, because it was, in my mind, it seemed effortless, but I know it's not, because we talk about all the things that you're doing to stay focused on that. So with all of that, how do you keep yourself there, right? How do you go? You always are positive and encouraging and all the things. So how do you keep yourself there? Or is that just who you are and you don't have to do any work and you never have a bad day?
Oh, no. I wish that were the case.
Yeah.
I mean, like this morning, I can give you like my routine this morning. I mean, I have positive affirmations on my mirror in the morning to help me kind of stay positive, give me a little boost before I head out the door in the morning.
Are they with like glitter pen or?
You know, I would love them to be with glitter pen, but I'm not sure my husband would go for that.
Okay, fair.
Quite so much, but they are, you know, I did do printed pieces of paper that are very pretty and, you know, pink and lots of fun colors, because that's just who I am. And they are on my mirror, and they do give me some little inspiration before I head out in the morning. I read them to myself. You know, I do give myself self-talk, but I'm always finding fun things in the morning to do, and throughout the day. Sometimes I have to stop, take a break, you know, if I'm getting into that self-doubt, self-talk. And I have accountability partners, this being one of them, who will catch me when I'm going into that space.
Boop you?
Yes, I think I got booped yesterday.
You got booped yesterday, yeah.
I did. Which is okay. We need that, right? Because you can't be sunshine and rainbows all the time. That's just not. But it's good to have someone who's going to help you, guide you through that, and be there for you.
Yeah, and you've booped me before too. So it's, I think what's great about that is, for me, I won't speak for you, but I was always very defensive. I needed to be perfect. Perfect is an illusion, and it's boring.
For sure.
But I didn't think that before. I needed to be perfect. I needed to be liked. I needed to show up in a way that I felt that I was valued and appreciated. And so I would, if someone mentioned something to me that I needed to work on, I mean, first of all, when someone does that, we know we need to do the work. We're just pushing it down or denying it. We're not facing it because it shines a light on our shadow. And it's like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I would get so defensive.
Yeah.
And now I catch myself if I start to get in that loop, and it's like, what's the real issue here?
Right.
And so what I love about us, like the five of us, especially the North Star leadership team, is we can boop each other and we don't get defensive.
Right.
We all are like, ooh, yeah, okay, thank you. And so what, for like, to have accountability is great. You're doing the affirmations. Are there days where you are just like, today is not the day, and I'm just going to sit in bed and watch TV or just
yes.
do the stuff.
Yeah, there are some times when Tiffany needs a little alone time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's sensory overload, right? I mean, you can only be so upbeat for so long. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you do need to take a little reset on yourself. And I do that. Sometimes I will have an entire day at home on the couch, curled up with my fur children, and watch some, maybe a girl movie, maybe an old 80s movie. So, go with your hair today.
I was going to say the crimped hair. Is that what made you think of that?
Definitely go with that. I'll take it. So definitely, I just need to reset and recharge because it can be a lot. It can take a lot of energy out of you, keeping up, not that it's keeping up anymore. Nowadays, I feel like it's just who I am and I'm just being me. But, depending on what I'm doing, am I at an event? Am I at a conference? Am I teaching that day? Am I, what am I doing?
You're still exerting energy, even if it's something you love doing.
Exactly. Because all those things bring me joy and excitement and happiness, but I might need some time to reset and recharge. So definitely, I do spend some time on the couch.
Have you always been able to allow yourself to have downtime?
No.
Yeah.
No, this is a new thing for me.
Yeah, because we're not allowed to do that.
No, we are not.
No, we are goers. We are performers. We are always doing something. Work needs to be difficult and hard. And if it feels good, it's not work. You're not doing. Like all of that stuff was ingrained in us.
Yes.
And it's just dumb.
No, you got to find time for relaxation. You got to find time for play.
Yeah.
I mean, last weekend I was talking about doing coloring, because to me that was relaxing.
I mean, I'll color with you, but I don't want to. I'll do it with you.
You don't have to. I would never force you to do it. But that was relaxing for me.
Yeah.
Because, and my husband was working and I was home just with the fur children. And I'm like, I'm going to just take some time and do some adult coloring because that's relaxing for me. Do I feel like I'm wasting time? Maybe. But at the same time, I needed to just not do anything. Yeah. Right? That's what I needed at that moment.
Do you still fight that? That mindset of I shouldn't be doing this. This is silly. This is mindless. This is a waste of time. Like, do you still fight that?
Yes.
And are you aware of it when it comes in, and how do you kind of work through that?
So my coach is working with me on that. That was one of these earlier this year. One of the whole months we spent was about play and how important that is in your life. And I fight it. I feel like I've wasted an entire day when I could have done X, Y, and Z. But then I look back and I'm like, but now look how great I feel today. I'm not exhausted. I'm not feeling like I'm getting ready to be burnt out.
Right.
I always lived on the edge of burnout for years, or I would get totally burnout.
I was going to say, lived on the edge, girl. We were in burnout
I guess constantly, and then you're always sick and all the things, and
you can't be nice. You're just a grump to everybody around you. When your employees that you're leading and supposed to be leveling up, when they have a question, you're like, I don't have time for you, right?
Yeah. And you don't realize you're snapping.
Oh my gosh. And I look back when I was in those moments where I just way overwhelmed. I had too much going on. I was not kind. I wasn't showing up the way that I truly want to. And looking back on that, it's like, I'm not going to show up that way. I'm not going to do that. So I really have focused on not doing that. And I know you and I've talked about that because there are these environments in our job, in our career, in our field, and we had very similar experiences. So if you could take us a little bit through your journey. So we both started in the same position, just several years apart as escrow receptionists.
Yep.
And then kind of what was your journey from that point on within the industry?
So, started at the front desk. And then I worked into an assistant and then an escrow officer and then into a branch manager. Then escrow operations, and now where I am today. So as we do in this industry, we usually start at the front and work our way up, as far as we want to go.
So the office all the way in the back.
Yeah. which
is the window.
With the window. And of course, and some people don't want to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just want to, be the one who is there and helping and pitching in and doing their things. But that's how we progress in this industry, is we learn from those that we work for along the way.
Correct. And that you're leading right to my next question, but if you want to go, continue.
And that's where we've learned the habits that we've learned along the way too, and all of that which I've worked so hard to unlearn in many of my years. Not the skills, because the skills are so vital, and that's the only way in this industry we can learn them.
Yep.
There is no school for us to go to.
Nope.
It's hands-on. It's learned. It's passed down from generation to generation. And, we can't hold on to these skills. We must pass them down. It's the only way people are going to learn them. But, that was what I had to unlearn, because it wasn't so kind.
Yeah, we were emulating the behavior
Correct.
that we were raised under in the industry, and it's not okay.
Not
it didn't
okay.
feel good, and I don't want to make other people feel that way.
100%. That day when I learned that my people were not happy, I was so sad for myself and for them. That was not okay, and I needed to fix that. I needed to fix it fast, because that's never how I wanted to be, nor did I want them to ever feel that way.
Yeah.
And so yes, no. And so yes, that had to be fixed. We just learned it. It's what we learned, and now it needs to be unlearned. And so now I know it's both of our thoughts right now that
I mean, it's all five of us, right?
It's all of us.
The reason we
company.
started North Star.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is people need to feel supported, happy, uplifted, all the things.
Empowered.
Yes, for sure. And trusted, and none of that, do I feel like I had, maybe some of it, but, most of it was fear, I think, than anything.
Because all of the people around us, if they didn't perform, if they didn't work, I'm going to work harder than that person, or I'm going to get laid off. Because our industry is very much a cycle of, we're really busy, we're going to hire people. Oh, we're not so busy right now, we're going to lay them off. Oh, we're going to get busy again. Oh, we're going to lay them off. So there's usually this cycle. Yeah. And I never wanted to be that person, right? No. I was providing for a family. I needed that. So it was, we were all terrified. And so part of the reason that I was leading down this road is you'd get these promotions to these new positions. What kind of training would you get moving into roles with new responsibilities and now moving in from being a peer to a leader? What kind of leadership or management training, anything like that that you were given?
Usually.
Right.
Yeah. I think maybe later down the road there might have been some, but you weren't given a whole preparation to go into that, or here's a whole leadership thing we're going to send you to, or here's we're going to prep you for this. No, it's okay, you've been doing this long enough, now you should just be able to lead.
Yeah. And you have the busiest desk, and Barb Betts, busy desk. Busy
I love that, Barb.
Imagining people running across their desk. It's a busy desk. But you're typically producing the most in that office or in an office, and maybe they move you if they need a leader somewhere else. And you're still expected to perform at that level.
100%.
But now lead and mentor an entire team, and you're given no skill.
Yeah.
Just keep doing all that.
Keep doing all of what you're doing, and now I want you to mentor and guide and grow all of these people while you're still doing that level of business. And that really sets people up to fail, in my opinion, because really they need to lower what they're doing in order to have the capacity, and they need to be given some tools. They need to be given some leadership skills and some mentoring and some themselves on what to do. I certainly wasn't given that initially. Yeah. And maybe, a little bit here and there, but not what I got out of, later down the road. For sure.
And that, again, why we started North Star is we want to we want to change that. The old blueprint doesn't work anymore.
Right.
And so we want to change that. We want to empower them. We want to teach them and really help them grow to where they want to grow.
100%.
Not, hey, you have to be on the edge of burnout all the time or you're going to lose your job. Like we want to build something different. So, and I love that because we're all very aligned in that way.
100%.
Okay. So joy, fun, silliness. What about the tiny hand?
What about it? He's very fun. He's coming out. He's going to be part of our whole life.
Yeah. So you will be seeing more with the tiny hand soon. So Tiffannie just did her first video with the tiny hands yesterday. She went Halloween shopping and did an ASMR tiny hands, tiny mic intro video so that we can start playing with the tiny hands. So stay tuned. Social media will be out there. Any last words for everyone before we sign off? For people listening and not watching the video, she is petting herself with the tiny hand.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, be yourself. Be authentically you. Live in joy and happiness every day. And find yourself a mentor, someone who you trust, who you love, who you feel comfortable with, that will help you grow into yourself. And if you feel bold enough and have the financial wherewithal, a personal coach. Yeah. I can't say that enough. It helps you grow and get into your next level of life.
Yeah. And I think with that, be yourself. It's so easy for people to say, be yourself. It's really hard to execute. So anyone listening, if you need to talk to people who were not able to be themselves for many, many years, give us a call. We'd be happy to give you our insight and help because we are so much ourselves now, it's almost scary. That is going to wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me on Chasing North. If today's conversation resonated with you, I'd love it if you'd share the episode, leave a review, or pass it along to someone who'd be inspired. Until next time, keep chasing alignment, trust your path, and remember, your value is non-negotiable.